Okay, so we're going to take a look at the lights, which seems like it should be fairly simple, but there are just a few things you need to know about them. First off, in the mission, we would never have both blue and red lights on at the same time, so I'm going to just switch it so that right now it's just blue lights. Over here, the smoke machine, that's not a light. We don't actually need to worry about that, but usually during the mission, you're going to have it on so that we can smoke the bridge whenever we want to. So the usual things you'll hear for lights, blue lights is what we're at right now. Just the blue lights are on. Red lights means we're at red lights, just normal red lights on the bridge.
Warning. Intruder alert.
There will be times the flight director will say red and rotating lights. That means they want the red lights and this rotating light on.
Warning. Intruders detected approaching step 1.
Now, the hint of the day is when we're at red lights and we're at red alert, there will be times where we're going to obviously switch back to blue lights. Now, most flight directors have kind of the all clear or secure noise that they use, and let me play that for you. That is the secure noise that most flight directors use. Now, what you do is if they say, usually we'd be at red lights and the flight director as their computer would say, you know, whatever, collision avoided, now securing from red alert. They're going to hit the noise, and as they hit the noise, you're going to flip to blue lights.
Now securing from red alert.
The other trick is that if we are at red and rotating lights, if both of these are on and we're switching back to blue, try to flip both of those off at the same time so that we go immediately from red to blue, if that makes sense. Now, your other hint of the day is shaking lights. There are explosions. I'm actually going to stay over here while we talk about this. Explosions during the mission when lights need to shake. The big explosion is this. Okay, and it goes on for a minute. And so the trick is knowing when to start shaking the lights during the explosion. So it'd be right now is when you would start shaking the lights. Okay, now with these rope lights, what happens is when we shake them, we're going to move them up and down, but if you are moving them all the way up and down like that, then it's actually going to stay dark for most of the explosion. Really, you only need to move it like this, just a little bit up and down. So to actually demonstrate if this was an actual explosion, then you'd hear the explosion and then you'd shake it just like this, kind of sporadic, so that it works. And you continue shaking through this entire explosion. So it's a fairly long explosion, and you need to do it the whole time. Now, this is where you can actually use the volunteers and interns in here. If you're doing second chair, have them come shake the lights for you. Just make sure you teach them when they actually need to shake the lights and things. Other thing you have is the strobe light, which you can turn on when there are explosions and things. It looks really dumb though if you have the strobe light going for extended periods of time, because then it just looks like a flashing light. So normally the strobe light, just flip it on and off. It will look like sparks instead of a continuous strobe light just flashing on the bridge. So that's a little bit about the lights. If you have any questions, talk to a flight director or set director and they can help you out.